How's it going, everyone? ND Sean 45 here for the post game. Well, the 2019 is off to a good start. The Irish come out with a 35-17 victory over the Louisville Cardinals. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back or anything, but I was pretty damn close on my score prediction. In the ballpark, at least. But the Irish are 1-0. That's exactly how you want to start off a season. Now, there were a lot of good things on that field tonight, but unfortunately, there were plenty of negative things as well. And I hate having to start a post game, especially after a victory, talking about the negative things. But let's be honest, a lot of us Irish fans, those negative things tonight stuck out like a sore thumb. And I think it's just best to address the elephant in the room right away. For starters, our defense, very slow start. Let's just say it. It was a overall, with the exception of them getting going in the second half, it was an overall sloppy performance. I mean, the missed tackles were outrageous. We looked lost at times, and this is something that Clark Lee has to get his defense together, because look, I know that we lost a lot of guys to graduation and to the NFL, but that stuff that I saw on the field, the missed tackles and blown assignments, that cannot happen. I mean, if we want to have a chance at trying to get back to the playoffs here and go beyond that and actually win a championship, then that can't happen. Because I'm telling you guys one thing: if we're missing tackles and looking lost out there against the big boys on our schedule like Georgia, USC, Michigan, hell, even Stanford, we're going to get shellacked. I mean, that defensive performance tonight, especially the way we started, that can't happen. Because if we play like that, it's going to be a long season, and you can't expect to have a shot at winning championships if you're going to play like that. So all I can say is thank God we have essentially 2 weeks to get ready for New Mexico and clean some of this crap up. But yeah, Clark Lee has to get his defense together. That's all there is to it. Another negative was Ian Book. Even though he didn't have the worst night of his career, he just looked very uncomfortable. Just looked like he was getting shaken way too easy. He wasn't staying in the pocket when he should have. He really panicked out there at times. His one problem that my and some of my family members noticed tonight while watching the game is that he was just reading in on one target, and he was trying to make too much happen. He just wasn't staying calm. So he's got to get comfortable in the pocket. That's all there is to it. Making some silly decisions, and I think he knows it himself. He addressed it. But yeah, just you can't have these kind of performances and expect to win. Because like I said, I guarantee if we play like this against Georgia in a few weeks, we're going to get our asses kicked. Same against Michigan, USC, and so on. But right, I'm repeating myself, I know. So this is stuff that has to be cleaned up quick. So 2 weeks to get it done and 2 weeks to polish things up. And granted, to be fair, first game of the season, we had a number of question marks coming in, as I addressed in my preview. So not all of this is completely unexpected. But all I know is there's some fundamentals that, a lack of fundamentals that should not be happening. And I know we have a lot of young guys, but come on, wrap up and make the tackle. But not to just be completely negative in this whole post game, there were some good things that I saw too. The defense in the second half, they did step up, make some plays. They started wrapping up, but again, we need to do that for the whole game, not just one half. They forced some turnovers, and made some big plays when they needed to be made. But again, I can't stress enough, you got to improve. The running game. Tony Jones had a great night. Ian Book, same with him. Jameer Smith, making some nice runs, even with a broken wrist and all. So the running game, I'm not worried about at all. But yeah, even with Ian Book, he started to make some adjustments in the second half. Started calming down, made some nice throws, threw a nice touchdown pass there. I think it was in the fourth quarter. So that's what it is. We just started in the second half. We started just getting back to basics and doing our thing, and that's what we should have been doing from the start. Well, the first drive it was exactly that, but then after that things started to kind of sputter. So really, it's just cleaning up the small mistakes and finding that consistency. So that's really all there is to it. But regardless, we came out of there with the victory, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And as the old saying goes, a sloppy win is better than a sloppy loss, and I'll take that any day. But again, probably some first game jitters, and that's understandable. But we got to clean things up, and we have to build off of this win and be ready for the big boys on our schedule when they start coming up, especially Georgia here in a few weeks. But don't think I'm overlooking New Mexico. But yeah, so anyway, 1-0, great way to start the season. You can't complain about a victory. And on that note, guys, this is ND Sean 45 signing off. God bless, and go Irish!